Real Madrid have knocked out Chelsea on an aggregate of 5-0 as today Chelsea has been defeated by Real Madrid 2-0. Obviously, it has been Rodrigo man from Brazil in the 58th minute, and the 80th minute has been Rodrigo who was going to try to destroy Chelsea and put them on the sword to add salt to an insult of the two they scored away in Madrid. I'm sorry, the aggregate is 4-0, not 5-0, because in Madrid they scored 2. Even here, they've gone ahead to put 2 past Chelsea. Welcome to Rokani Media Football Match Reaction, and I'm going to base this so much onto the following people: Mudryk, Lampard, Todd Boehly. 3 people, because this is what this result is all about. You know, I brought you a story yesterday about how Todd Boehly really bombards the dressing room at halftime, and I'm asking myself, even if he bombards the dressing room at halftime, does he have any knowledge about football? If it was like Edu, you tell me that Edu is the owner of Chelsea, or Frank Lampard being the owner of Chelsea and going there to bombard the dressing room, well, no, he would have gone ahead to play some bit of football, right? But it's really, really naive of Todd Boehly to always storm the dressing room and obviously put their pressure, yet he has anti-football knowledge. That's it. So we are going to tackle that later, but let's talk about Mudryk. Mudryk fails Chelsea tonight. I've watched that game of football ever since Mudryk came on through. Remember, Mudryk came on through in the 68th minute, meaning that by that time, Chelsea had just conceded a goal 10 minutes back. And who was taken off? Enzo Fernandez was taken off. No, it was Marc Cucurella was taken off, and Mudryk was brought on by Frank Lampard. Now, if you're a player of the quality of Mudryk, and not only the quality, the amount of money he was bought, these are games where you should come out and obviously pick out your moment. I never meant that Mudryk had to go ahead and really score a hat-trick. No. This game is a game that you find a moment and say, in the next 5 minutes, I have to find the equalizer, such that everyone in the match preview, amidst us being knocked out, whether 1-1 or 2-1, will be saying, oh, Mudryk came on through and he was a live wire. That's it. You pick out your moment, you either create a goal or put that ball at the back of the net. And one will ask me, he has not been playing games of football. Yes, I understand, but your mentality has to rise. Mudryk needed to exonerate himself in this game because the entire world was watching. The entire punditry was really watching. Did he have chances to do that? Close to 3 or 4 chances to do that. And he didn't. It shows you how low mentally this guy is. You know, he has run out of confidence. One positive I've seen is that in the previous games, he has found himself running into better areas. That's it. But he has to assist this season. No goal for Chelsea. He needed to do something today. And if at all today was the day for Mudryk to exonerate himself and obviously shut the haters down against Real Madrid, and he didn't, does he have another chance? I believe it makes no sense, because even when he goes ahead to score in every remaining game of Chelsea, they will say, under pressure, he does not act. Because that's the fact. If you cannot act on games against Real Madrid without of pressure immense onto them, you cannot prove the fans of Chelsea, all with the people, however much we believe in your talent, that you can really act under pressure, because that was the game that Mudryk had to put out his best. You know, 22 minutes, Chelsea 1 goal down, work hard, put in the shift. You are faster than the right back of Chelsea, do the needful and bring them down. I think, I'm not biased, but I think it was the game that Mudryk would have gone ahead to exonerate himself. Let's go to Frank Lampard. Frank Lampard is winless in 4 games. His first game was against Wolverhampton Wanderers. He was beaten. Against Real Madrid away, he was beaten 2-0. At home, against what is the team? Brighton, beaten 2-1. However much he took an early lead, of which I thought if they had won against Brighton, they would have gone into this game in a different mode altogether, because the problem with Chelsea is scoring goals. And today, those are 4 games, he has gone winless. It shows you that Todd Boehly made a very, very, very fucking shit decision of sacking Graham Potter. Why was Graham Potter sacked? Because new manager bounce aren't acting at all at Chelsea. The ball is not bouncing on the ground, it's bouncing in the water. Do you know the bounce of the ball in the water? It doesn't even make an inch of a bounce from the water. So Frank Lampard's bounce, no way. No effect felt at Chelsea. With the quality of players they are really having, it's obviously abysmal. For Todd Boehly, he's a total fiasco at Chelsea. He hasn't got anything right. And I think the big mistake was sacking Thomas Tuchel. I understand the reason as to why he sacked Thomas Tuchel was simple. They disagreed on the players that Todd Boehly wanted and Thomas Tuchel wanted. Thomas Tuchel wanted different kind of players and Todd Boehly wanted different kind of players, and that really caused a lot of havoc in between these two people. And I think it really came out in a way that has gone ahead to cost Chelsea a season. I believe if Tuchel was here, he would have gone ahead to find how to add results. Amidst him having fallen out with certain players, I think he's experienced are really managing that dressing room and really getting it back to par. But this time round, Todd Boehly is just a nuisance of an owner. He just sucks anyhowly and appoints anyhowly. There is no deliberate action and motive of him in sacking and appointing managers. You get? That was proved to me when he sacked Graham Potter. How do you get a naive manager, as far as managing a club like Chelsea is concerned, and bring him on and expect him to turn everything around? That means if you're bringing in Graham Potter, you've brought in players, you're giving him a chance to know this team for a very long time. Go for the preseason. After the preseason, he starts the season, judge him in the first 10 games of the Premier League. If he happens to perform badly, he's worth a sack. I'm talking about the season of 2023-2024. But sacking him right now was abysmal, and obviously it has gone ahead to really expose Todd Boehly and Greg Bailey in the shortest period of time possible. 4 games, Frank Lampard has gone ahead to lose all of them, and Chelsea is not playing any better. But for Graham Potter, every game Chelsea was playing, you saw a little bit of improvement in the side of Chelsea. They look like a possessing side, and their only problem was lack of a striker. Todd Boehly spent almost his January transfer window chasing 2 players, Enzo Fernandez and Mudryk. None of those is a striker. We look at the midfield of Chelsea, it was okay, according to me. If you could get N'Golo Kante back, Zakaria back, Kovacic, I think that midfield could function very well. All they needed was to go in and really get in a striker who is going to really score those goals, because Chelsea till now, they are creating a little bit of chances, but they are lacking a striker. I take it to my team of Manchester United. United would have been even in the title race if at all Martial could have kept himself fit. But because we are having a Burnley striker in the names of Weghorst, he couldn't do the needful to help us in certain games. But Anton Martial, ever since his return, you see the impact on the field of play. In the game of Brentford, in the game of Everton, in the game of Sevilla, in the game of Nottingham Forest, and he has gone ahead to score 1 and create 1 in all those games that he has played ever since he returned. So it shows you how important a striker is in a team. We're not having a striker that feels your philosophy of play, you're 100% affected. And if me, a YouTuber down in Kampala, Uganda, would notice that, why wouldn't this man, Todd Boehly, notice it? The answer is simple. He lacks football knowledge. He's green about football. He works on his emotions. He operates on his emotions. So to me, I believe Chelsea have been knocked out, but a man known as Todd Boehly is abysmal. And I don't see him taking Chelsea any further. So guys, your thoughts on to Chelsea being knocked out by Real Madrid are welcome in the comment section below. What do you think about the three personalities I've gone ahead to talk about? Mudryk, Lampard, and Todd Boehly, the owner of Chelsea. I sign out for now. See you later, and may the Almighty God bless you abundantly. My Muslim friends, Ramadan Kareem.